Hi everybody, Roger here. This is going to be my third video today, which is kind of crazy. I guess it's going to be random. I'll probably just take a couple of bits here and there for this and see how it goes. But today, or right now anyways, just got done having lunch and watched a couple of videos. I watched this video from Anthony Brian Logan. Subscribe to him when you can. He's amazing. Regarding PC culture, political correctness, and people who strive to be the victim. And his video was in regards to a woman who was coming out to her family and friends as fat, which is odd because your eyes don't lie. But at the same time, there's two things here. She's playing the victim for something that she can control if she wants, and it sounds like she's okay with the way things are at this point, which is fine. Everybody has their thing and how they want to be perceived and how they perceive themselves and how they accept or not accept it. Individual choice. And I kind of side with somebody like Stefan Molyneux on something like this, where if somebody wants to play the victim and somebody's not willing to do something for themselves to better themselves, then he's not going to worry about it. And I listened to that before, and I've thought about it quite a bit, and I'm probably the same. There's a lot of people I've been around in my life this year, last year, the year before. Seems like the older I get, I'm around a little bit more. I don't know why, but people just they play the victim. They classify themselves. They want to say that they're a victim because of this either normal or abnormal item. Normal being fat in this day and age is kind of normal. It's sad that it's normal, but it is. Or abnormal, where LGBTQIQS, whatever the acronym is these days. I remember when I came out, it was just LGB or LGT. I can't remember. But anyways, I guess where I'm going with all of this is this young woman decided to come out because now she's in the public eye. I guess she got a job working for a online journalistic site or something. I don't recall. But she made it a point to say that she had all these body image issues. She used to do things to cover it up. I can somewhat feel in similar respects with her. She would sometimes make excuses to not see her family, and that's sad when it hits you like that. There's always a big but, though. No pun intended with the fat subject. But the big but in this is that that's gluttony. That's selfish. There's people out there that do love you, that would love you regardless, and whether you have hang-ups or not. And I'm by no means innocent on this. I have my days where, like I said, I can relate with her. There's some times I don't want to go out. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have alopecia. It's here. It's somewhere on the top. It's a lot in the back. So that to me, when I first started noticing the alopecia, it started off in the back of my head. And I just turned 40 recently, in July. But when I had the alopecia, when I first saw it, about a year and a half or a year ago, it didn't bother me. It was like, oh, okay, it is what it is. And then it started getting bigger. It's like literally, I look like, in the back of my head, I look like an apple, like somebody took a bite out of an apple. And when it started getting to that point, actually when it started getting into the front of my scalp here, then things started changing. I was getting self-conscious. I was getting embarrassed. I wondered, what am I doing wrong in my life? But here's a difference with me and what's it's not even a difference. It's my scenario is this. I went ahead and tried to be proactive on this. I've done a lot of things. I've gotten a lot of help to try to remedy the scenario of the alopecia, and lo and behold, it doesn't seem to be working. Now, I do attribute it though to my vegan diet that I've had for about 4 years now. So I'm not ruling anything out. I'm not one of those people who will be like, oh, well, I am the victim. This is happening because of this, and darn it shouldn't be that way. no, I accept the fact that maybe it is because I'm a vegan. I'm not getting a lot of essential nutrients and minerals that my body needs to do normally what it needs to do and repair itself on a consistent basis. I'm neglecting something, and I want to be aware of it. I don't want to make excuses for it. I have this problem, and I'm owning up to it. You know, I'll be honest, you know, even making these videos, I put the camera on this side just so you wouldn't see this as much. Granted, when I turn and I have to, you know, get into another lane, you're gonna see it. The big thing though is we're all human. We're all gonna live and die. We all go in a blink of an eye, and it's gonna be okay. I think in the end, I'm okay. I have nobody to impress. You know, I want to get my word out. I think what I realized deep down inside in my life is it's not about the physical. It's not about image. It's not about anything like that. But it's more or less about what you do in your life, how you give back, who you are, the type of person you're going to be, and accept it. You know, accept any challenge that comes to you, and you either face it head on or you seek help for it and face it together with other people, but you don't shut people out. And again, I'm not perfect on that. We're all human. I think we all do a combination of both. We face things head on some subjects, and on others we don't. Others we're like this girl who decided to come out to her family as fat. Do I feel bad for her? No, I do not feel bad for her. I think more or less I feel like this is probably a good starting point for her. Now that this is public, the scenario in her head is public. She's able to get probably a better grasp on life, use this as an opportunity to get things going in a positive direction for her. Because, like I mentioned earlier, with it not being about the physical, it's really about everything else. And one big thing I forgot to mention, it's about your health. You know, overall what she's doing to herself and how she's lived for a while, you know, we don't know if it's hereditary or if there's something else you know, that's attributing to this for her. But she now has this out there in the open, and she's gonna be able to do whatever she needs to remedy it. So anyways, this PC culture where labels are to be respected, and everybody is a label, everybody is this, everybody is that, everybody wants to be part of a label. Get over your fucking selves. You know, you don't need a label. Just be a person. Just live life. Be a good person. You know, good obviously is I forget that word. Subjective. And but you know, you'll know inherently what is good, what's best for your life and what's not. You know, so live as best a subjective life in favor of your soul, in favor of who you are as possible. Don't give into this trap of labeling yourself about everything. I've given that up a long time ago. I'm gay. I'm not part of the LGBTQ whatever community. I'm just a man who's the only label I'll give myself is probably American man. And I'm saying that loosely because I'm driving. But there's probably other labels too. But I'm not going to be putting myself in a category that's going to fall victim to everything and everyone in the world. You know, I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be an individual. Gosh, we are so fortunate that we, you know, I was doing the math the other day, and I'm going to be making a video about this as well. There's supposedly at least 108 trillion people who have ever existed in this world. America right now, the U.S. is 324.1 million people in the USA. Do you realize how fortunate each and every single one of us are to be living in the United States in this day and age? I think it narrowed down to 1 out of every, I think it was 221 people ever existed on Earth is living right now in the United States. So we all in the United States, anyways, 1 in a 221 person are able to live in the United States. And the way that a lot of us choose the way we live is disgusting. You know, again, I'll touch on that more in the other videos. Peace out.